Welcome to the VIP integration lesson inside the regulation room. I am really glad you are here with me today. Before we begin, take a moment to arrive in your body. Adjust your position if you need to. Let your shoulders soften. Allow your jaw to unclench. Take one slow breath without trying to control it. This space is not about performance. It is about awareness. It's about learning how to stay with yourself. This week in the regulation room, we're working with the theme of ending illusion. Illusion in emotional growth does not mean fantasy or imagination. It means the stories we are unconsciously building in order to feel safe in this world. Stories about who we have to be. Stories about what other people expect. Stories about how much we can handle. Many of these illusions were not created intentionally. They were formed over time as your nervous system tried to make sense of overwhelming experiences. So let's pause here. If you need to, think about that. Go ahead, pause the video if you need to. If not, I want you to start noticing what happens inside you when you hear the word illusion. Some people feel curiosity. Let me say that sentence again. Some people feel curiosity. Some feel resistance. Some may feel a quiet sense of truth. I just want you to observe. One of the most common illusions people begin to see at the stage of growth is the belief that disappearing keeps them safe. Disappearing emotionally, disappearing in a conversation, disappearing into distractions or busyness. For some of you, disappearing has felt like control. For others, it has felt like protection. For others, it has simply just been automatic. Maybe you observed your parents doing it, and it's just the way it is. The nervous system does not choose patterns because they are ideal. It chooses them because they are familiar. Familiar often feels safer than newer, even when familiar is painful. This is why growth can feel confusing. You don't need internal work to understand this, but you do need to understand insight here. You understand your pattern logically, but life will present you with real situations, and emotions intensify, and pressures increase. And suddenly you feel the urge to withdraw or shut down. Many people will interpret this as failure. I am here to remind you that it is not failure. It is the moment where illusions begin to dissolve. Pause here. Yes, I mean pause the video. And think about a recent situation where you noticed yourself wanting to disappear. If you already know it, let's step into the next space. You may want to stop altogether, even if you feel an uneasy, nerving space coming up right now because you're ready to face this. I encourage you to stay here. Where you are, who were you interacting with? What sensation did you feel in your body? Bring it to the surface. Ending illusion is not dramatic, at least most of the time. It does not always look like a big confrontation or sudden breakthrough. Often it looks like a quiet internal shift. You notice the old pattern and you do not follow it as quickly. You feel discomfort, and instead of escaping, immediately you stay present a few seconds longer. You recognize that a draining habit is no longer aligned with who you are and who you are becoming. These small moments are powerful. They signal to your nervous system that a different response is possible. So let's bring awareness to the body. Place one hand somewhere on your body that feels neutral or grounding. It could be your chest, your stomach, or your lap. Take one slow breath. Notice. Just be with yourself. You're not here to change how you feel. We're here to stay connected. Ending illusion requires presence. Presence requires regulation. If your system is overwhelmed, it will default to survival patterns. This is why we focus on stability first. Clarity follows. Another illusion many people begin to release during this phase is the belief that growth should feel smooth. Real growth often feels uncertain at first. You are learning to live without the familiar protection strategies you relied on for years. That can be disorienting. Please pause again if you need to let that land, or rewind it if you need to hear it again. Ask yourself quietly, what protection strategy am I outgrowing right now? You want to pause the video or this audio and give yourself time to answer. Go ahead. Allow yourself to sit with this answer. What protection strategy am I outgrowing? Now we are going to talk about ending beginnings. Ending is personal development and are rarely loud. I can tell you, I have actually had more development spaces when I didn't even realize it was happening just by making a decision. They happen when you start noticing your own pattern in real time. Moments like, wow, that really didn't get to me when he said that. That used to always get to me. I must really be doing my work. That quick second. They happen when a behavior that once felt necessary starts to feel heavy. They happen when you realize that saying small is costing you more than it is protecting you. Beginnings often arrive quietly as well. They show up in a new willingness to stay present, a new ability to tolerate emotional discomfort, a new level of honesty with yourself. This is the phase where many people feel like they are going backwards. In reality, they are reorganizing. Your nervous system is learning a new baseline. Instead of disappearing, you are learning how to remain. Instead of reacting automatically, you are learning how to respond consciously. Pause here. Take a moment for yourself to hear that again. Instead of reacting automatically, you are learning how to respond consciously. Let that settle in your body. Pause this audio. Okay. I want you to slow down and I want you to notice what emotions are present right now. There is nothing you need to fix, just observe. Now, let's bring this into practical focus. Your homework this week is simple, specific, and powerful. Each day, I want you to notice one moment where you feel the urge to distract, disconnect, or emotionally withdraw. I even want you to notice when you want to scream and you don't. When you notice it, quietly name the pattern. Say it in your head, whisper it to yourself, excuse yourself to the restroom. My system is trying to protect me right now. Thank you, nervous system. But remember, we're updating our responses. We're updating our code. Then take one slow breath and stay present in that moment just 5 seconds longer than you normally would. I promise you, that's enough. You are not trying to transform everything at once. Yes, for all you fixers and got to keep busy or I'm going to be the best in the class. Again, I say this to you, you are not trying to transform everything at once. You are building capacity. If you want to deepen the practice, write down what you have observed. I will have a worksheet attached for you to do so. What triggers the urge? What sensation appeared in my body? What happened when you stayed present slightly longer? This is how illusions dissolve through awareness, through repetition, through gentle but consistent change. Take one final slow breath before we close. Hold it and out through the mouth. As you move through the week, carry this question with you. Write it down in your notes. Come back here if you need to. It's here as long as you need it. Where am I inviting the new energy to stay present instead of disappearing? I'll see you for the next lesson. Until next time.